Who are you? Beyond your name, your family history, and your past experiences, what comprises your unique sense of identity? Are you your thoughts, your feelings, your sensations, some combination of all that? At an early stage of our lives, we become associated with an image and an idea of what makes up our I, or our personality. Much of this comes from the outside world, things said by our parents and siblings and friends. She's so smart, he's so full of life, and so on. At some point, for most of us, there is a moment in time when we begin to question who we really are. Often this happens when we realize how little we actually can control in our moment-to-moment existence. For instance, right this second, try to stop thinking. And notice how the thoughts just keep coming in an endless stream. Try to stop breathing, and watch the survival instinct open your mouth and pump air into your lungs. When we realize that there is not some rigid or unchangeable thing that is I, or me, that understanding can cause opposite reactions. On the one hand, it can be terrifying, as if pulling the rug out from under us and creating a sense of atomization. Literally, we seem to blast apart. On the other hand, the lack of a solid ego structure can be empowering, freeing. If we don't have to be one thing, then we can become almost anything. Have you ever awakened from a dream and for a moment not realized who or where you were? Did it take a few disorienting moments for the world to fall into place? Like coming out of a coma or amnesia, or like waking up from the anesthetic after your wisdom teeth were pulled? This is how to imagine yourself at the beginning of Obsidian. You've found yourself in a forest, but where exactly is the forest? And who precisely are you? Without the security of some long introductory movie or mission statement, it's up to you to decide where to go or what to do. So you discover that your choices are not limitless. In fact, they are extremely few. You uncover a handheld PDA, personal digital assistant, and turn it on. You experience a retinal scan and you are approved. Why are you approved? You keep exploring, still hazy about your identity as if not yet fully awake. You explore because there is nothing else to do. The more you explore, the more you learn. But the pieces don't seem to fall together. Who is this Max you keep hearing about? And who is Lila? And what on earth is Ceres? Perhaps a vague feeling of discomfort assails you as you continue what can only be described as a massive invasion of someone's privacy. What if the owner of this PDA comes back and finds you snooping? What will you say in your own defense? And what does that ominous black mountain in the distance have to do with any of this? When there's nothing left to explore and things are still not clear, maybe a moment of frustration sets in. But often, when we give up trying so hard, a path appears, or an opportunity opens right before us. When the outside world has defined us too rigidly, it can be the enemy of our progress. But when we have no identity at all, we can turn to the outside world in hopes that it will reflect us back to ourselves. A sudden scream, an image in black crystal, a hat on a slab of stone, a presentiment of what's about to come, and suddenly, all hell breaks loose. As a kid, staring out the windows of the schoolroom, were you ever a 5th grade philosopher? Did you read Horton Hears a Who, and trip out on the notion that in every speck of dust there is an entire universe? And what if this whole planet is just a speck on the nose of a dog?
But the universe is expanding,
cried a young Woody Allen, unable to cope with the conceptual vertigo. Worlds within worlds are now shaped before your very eyes. You get the feeling that very small entities are creating something immensely large, something more or less impossible. It occurs to you that the idea of the minuscule is embedded in everything you read about in that PDA. Are you just watching some special effects? Or is it instead a scientific breakthrough that makes Albert Einstein look like a young Woody Allen? Are you dreaming? Are you being dreamed? Did you ever really wake up at all? Is there ever a time when the waking world and the dream world are exactly the same? Are you standing in that moment in time?